We have a lot to talk about, so I hope I can stay on track so that this video doesn't get to be too darn long, okay? Um, I was overwhelmed with so many of your personal experiences and your family's personal experiences in your essays from last week. Um, and so many of you really brought home to anybody who would be reading your essays is that racial inequality is still a far off dream in this country. Hopefully, we're starting to move a little bit in that direction, but your examples really showed me and anybody who sees them what racial inequality really is all about. Okay, so you guys did a terrific job in it. Initially, I wondered if choosing both of those stories would be a little bit overwhelming for some of you. And in a certain way, I think some of it may have been, but you were willing to write your reactions, okay? And again, the personal things that you brought in because of the bells in you that were wrong in particularly Battle Royal, but also in the lottery, um, really made this a fascinating study for me and for anybody. And all of you took the time to read each other's, at least two of each other's essays, and all of you took the time to write about at least two of each other's essays, some more than that. And so it was fascinating the way some of you reacted to other people's essays with disdain and shock and awe. Um, you know, some of the things that happened were the kinds of things that you probably don't usually get a chance to talk about, but the kinds of things that probably all of us should hear about. So, really, really nice job. Okay, so good work. Okay, so now this week I'm doing something different, and so you're doing something different. We are not going to talk about one of the elements of fiction, one of the elements of literature, as we have each week. Each week we've talked about a different one: irony, character development, plot development, theme, narration, setting. We've talked about all of these different things, okay? This week we're doing something different. I have been saying to you from the very beginning of the semester that literature really only has meaning if it has meaning for you as a reader. Okay? Well, this week, you're going to have the opportunity to really show us, while you are reading, what's going on inside of you, what your reaction as a reader is, what your thoughts as a reader are, what kinds of emotions you as an individual have to what is happening in two stories that I've put in the assignment for you. Okay? So we're really kind of looking for a journal of response as you are reading. So please don't read through the whole thing and then try to recapture your thoughts. As you are reading, write down exactly what's going on in your mind, in your emotions, what you think you might do as you are reading. So stop reading when you get to something that stirs you a little bit and write. And then read some more. And then write some more. Okay? So we're looking for you to put together a journal of response because, again, one of my goals in this course is I've told you my biggest goal is to enhance, increase your joy in reading. Well, what I'm really trying to force you to do is become really involved in the action of the story. Again, not when you're thinking about it afterwards, but as it is happening right now as you are reading. Okay? So please don't wait until you get done reading to write. Stop as you're reading. You read something and something happens, boom, write something right now, whether it's a whole page or 4 sentences or whatever, okay? As I say in the assignment, you may end up with a little bit of a disjointed essay, not quite as smooth as what you usually do because of what I'm asking you to do. I get that, obviously. I'm saying that to you, okay? So, um, because of that, your style may be a little different than usual. Now, in last week's video question, I asked you if you were all going to find the same themes, and all of you got back to me with, no, you weren't all going to find the same themes, because to kind of capsulize what you said, each of you brings something different to everything you read, okay? Well, the same is true this week. Each of you is bringing yourself, your background, your experiences to a piece of fiction, and in a sense, bringing that piece of fiction to life for you. Okay? That's really what we're looking to do, because again, one of my goals is to have you be involved in your reading. I think I told you a long time ago, when I go to movies with people and we leave a movie and I try to get people into discussion, if I just get, oh, that was good, or yeah, I liked that, or no, I didn't particularly like that, I'm very frustrated, because I want people to talk about, well, what did you like? What didn't you like? What was exciting for you? What was frustrating? What do you think high points were? Or were there parts of it all that you thought were kind of boring? I want people to think as they do, and maybe that's why I don't watch sitcoms, because sitcoms give you everything. In another class, I have somebody who, in the first or second class, said, in these stories, they don't tell you what happens most of the time. You're left kind of hanging. And I said, right, and that's exactly what we want, because we want you to become involved and figure it out. Well, that's kind of what I'm looking to happen here. But we want you to be telling us about it. And that's, of course, what I've been looking to happen for you all semester long, okay? So this week you get the opportunity to explore you as you're reading, okay? Now, for a video question, an answer to a video question, what I want you to tell me in advance, before you actually start doing the assignment, is how open do you think you can make yourself to reacting to something this way, piece by piece by piece, so that you're not just reading for the action of the story, but rather you're reading to learn more about yourself. How honest, how open do you think you will be? And please be honest with that. There is no right or wrong. What I'm trying to do through this question is to, in a sense, unpeel some of the skins on the onion, to help you kind of get inside there before you even start doing your reading. Okay? So, and a week or so ago, I sent you an email on, what was the name of it? It's a new thing that's on Moodle that allows you to communicate with each other, so that if you want to talk to each other about it, and again, I can't remember the name of it, but it was in that email that I sent to you, and there was a link that took you to an explanation of that whole thing. Please check that out. I would like you to do that if possible. That kind of takes the place of what I had proposed early on, or 3 or 4 weeks ago, where I talked about the possibility maybe of a Zoom for the sake of discussion purposes. Well, that's just too hard because your schedules are too diverse. And I get that. And of course, with what you wrote in last week, I saw how your obligations are just so all over the board. And you've been sharing that with me all through the semester. I get how a Zoom wouldn't work. Anyway, so try that Moodle program. See if you can link up with any other classmates to maybe talk about some of this stuff. Okay, and I'm good. We'll see you next week, and I'm really excited to see how you can respond to these two short stories that you'll be reading, and they're both pretty short. Okay, so you guys have a great week. We'll see you next Monday. And in your assignment, I did put a bonus question on there. So if you know the answer, make sure that you give me the answer to that bonus question. Okay? I'm interested in seeing how many of you know that answer. So have a good week. You know how to get in touch with me. Thanks.